Welcome along everybody to the official launch of the Season 2 playthrough of the mod Insanity run on XCOM 2. We'll be playing the War of the Chosen, and I'm about to go through all of the mods that I have installed. But if you want to join the playthrough, then yeah, you can submit a character to the character pool. And if I go to create a new one, but if you want to join like myself, where am I? I'm sure I'm on this list. All right, join myself, you know. Want to be like me? You can be like me. But if we come into here, all I'm going to need from you is your character info, your first name, last name, a nickname. If you want a little bit of a biography to go in there. Nationality, you want obviously male. If there is any voice pack, have a look at the mods that I've got. List is in the description down below. If not, I can choose one for you. But yeah, all of that. And then what we're going to be doing in terms of your appearance, because as you say, all of the mods are going to be different for me, as they potentially are for you, is we're going to randomize. So amongst all them other stuff, I need a number from 0 to 12. And you could look like this beast. Or, you know, you could have all of this stuff. Look, there's some stuff in there. Now, the hand is a codex one that I've got. So I might tweak some of this stuff just because I don't really like that flashing. But, you know, you could be looking like a Geth or E.T., for instance. Yeah, it's the 0 to 12. And then on the opening sort of episode 1, I will come back in. I'll create all the characters if I have any. And yeah, you'll have your character created and then you'll be into the pool. You've seen this later and I've already done that creation piece. Then I will add you to the character pool. And again, I'll give you the same visibility of the creating the character. So yeah, let's get on with the mods. I'll see you out of the game. Okay, welcome to the alternative mod launcher, which is what I use to launch this game. And if you don't, then I would highly recommend you use the alternative mod launcher to launch XCOM 2, especially if you're modding. Because here we have 709 mods that are coming, broken down into some rough categories: so bug fixing, classing, cosmetic, enemies, gameplay, maps, and UI. Talking bug fixes, let's get going. So we've got the missing packages fix, parcels, and map edition. Bug fix map mods on mission mods that are previously broken due to missing content. Nothing too bad there. Fluidity over a slot index. Yeah, just something from Rusty Dios. Sparks T-pose. Quick draw fix. Stop cheating advent. So again, it just takes away some of the hard-coded things. Got the Grim Horizon fix. If you have the Grim Horizon second wave enabled, then yeah, fixes some stuff there. The sniper defense fix. The tactical state cleaner. Custom soldiers evac zone fix. Just some of this stuff you can see at the bottom. And once you've got these mods, you can peruse them yourself, but I just want to give you an overview of what we've got coming. We've got the Defense Matrix Sabotage fix, the Pyrrhic Victories, Revival Protocol Charges fix, the Plasma Fire Fan Fire fix, the LTP Attitude Voice fix, the Zip Mode Combat Protocol Camera fix, the Avenger the Janker. Oh, 2 seconds. Got the XCOM 2 soundtrack going on behind it. And yeah, we had an advert, so we don't want to get copyright claim for that. So where have we come to? Revival Protocol, Charges fix, Plasma Fire, Fan Fire fix, Attitude fix, Zip Mode Combat, eventually Janker, remove missing mods for War of the Chosen, stop wasting my time. Probably a bug fix, but it could have gone into gameplay. Styrokov's expanded AWC limiter, the mod base redo. Zelpenis Assorted fix is the resource cost fixer. Alien Hunters Community Highlander. It's not really a bug fix, but it can't really go into anywhere else. It's like the mod that needs all other mods really need. And the War of the Chosen. We've got the Merc Micro Missile Launch Color Fixer, the Muzzle Flash Repeater Fix, the Better Repeater Fixed, Reliable Ever Vigilant Skirmisher Head Fix, customizable, Dedicated Pistol Slot Empty Item Patch, Spark Repair Fix, the Tower Detection Fix, the Chosen Dialogue Tweaks, the Avenger Bonus Bond Mates Fix, the Long War 2 Perks Full Override Fix, the Character List Cleaner, Zelpenis Assorted Fixes Config Squid Be Gone. We've got the restored sit reps from the bridge, Again, it's a fix. War of the Chosen dropship narrative black screen fix. The Rage Armor tech fix. The T-pose auto detector. The prioritize right click melee fix. We've got tactical HUD lag fixes. Showing as conflict, it's absolutely fine. All of these mods do work, and I've tested it on about 15 campaigns, always up to getting the Chosen, never any further. We've got the carry unit fix, the Spectre vanish fix, the Commander avatar restoration, the lost files restored. Got only move end interrupt fix, the insider knowledge fix, the Leviathan narrative restoration. Didn't even know that was a thing until I saw this mod. The captured VIP evac fix, the Highlander camera fix white screen, the get a rifle grip animation fix, Mirashi's mod fixes, plenty of stuff in there. Perk Side Cloud the Mind bug fix, the core collection meta mod. It's just a load of mods for the core collection, obviously. That just fixed themselves. No forced anarchy, better grappling, which is, wow, that was horrible not having the UI. Thank you for that. Less Overwatch lockups, the ability interaction fixes, the cinematic rapid fire and other abilities, the CMP soul still animation fix, the visibility condition band-aid for rapid fire and friends, scanning protocol fix, the agile strength fix, the resistance warrior fix, the enemy reskinner, the ASR rocket launcher patch, pre-scan ability stopper, big things don't get hugs. Negative mobility fix, the hunker down flanking fix, the mission launch auto save. What this does, especially if you're doing a lot of modded runs, it's really, really good. You can push F5 to get a quick save, and it really, really does help if you're just getting lots of lockups. Especially if you're playing Iron Man, for instance, you can just wipe your whole game. Get into the habit of pushing F5 as you launch into a map, and then you don't have to go back through a lot of stuff. It's useful. And then, dude, where's my loot? Helps. Some loot not dropping when it should. So they are all of the bug fixes that would come in. Nothing too groundbreaking on that stuff. They are bug fixes. I'm going to go over classes later. We're going to go over the other boring stuff, which is cosmetics. If you're interested in the cosmetics, we have Lady Manika squad fix, the emissive faction arguments, TLE Space Templar helm, and all of the ones that you can see on the screen. They're just cosmetics. There's nothing in there that changes anything. It's just how you look. And this is where the differences between the mods I play with, the mods you play with. I've had to remove quite a few since the last playthrough of the cosmetics, because I was finding that these are the ones or the things that slowing down game loads. And then when I got to the end of season 1, it was taking a good 15 minutes for the game to load out of this. I got it down to about 3 on this, so yeah, cosmetics got massively done. Let's go over classes then. So we've got 132 classes that are coming in, and we're going to go through them. So we've got the Burner and Rocketeer classes. We have got the Requiem campaign, hashtag spoiler, maybe we've got that coming. The Fusilier and Ironsight spec, a lot of these stuff you'd seen from, and we had another advert. So let me just scroll up there just to make sure that that's not going to come through. Yeah, a lot of these we already had on season 1. There are a couple of new ones. I can't remember what the difference is between them. Apologies for that. But yeah, Burner, Rocketeer class, the Fusilier, Ironsights, the Tesla Trooper definitely was in there. The Miner class, the Aspirant class, and the Scavenger class. We've got the Zealot class, which I haven't seen in my testing, so I'm not sure if some of these are working. And just bear in mind that because I put them in there and I am running amalgamation, some of these might not appear. Like I know the Xenozoologist does, but I have never seen as a because it's a mock and I haven't got to mock. Idiot Paul. Anyway, we've got a tank class, a samurai class. So again, using swords as a primary. We've got the Claymore as the tertiary spec, Jackhammer, Keeper, brilliant. Pilot, combat engineer, tank buster, wrecker, hot shot. Got the companion territory. We've got the Alchemist, so the Pioneer and Paramedic. Paramedic is brilliant for Chem Thrower. Actually makes me use them a little bit more. Again, I only ever got to the Retaliation, so not gone too much further. Xenozoologist means we can spawn in Advent. Seems really good. Puella Reimagined. There's 3 primary and 6 secondary ones. So the got the Perella Magi, the Fortis Magi, the Aesthetic Magi, Ignis Magi, Silver Magi, Aqua Magi, Lux Magi. And then we have Umbra Magi, and then we have the Cavum Magi. I need to talk to you about this one. So in my testing, I had this, and yeah, Spec Base of the Void uses sinister chaotic abilities, even more prone to losing sanity. Potentially kept very rare. Probably one that I won't use. Reason being, in my testing, I had this as one of my first picks. Went out to the supply lost mission where you go and pick up all the crates, and yeah, he panicked and just blew up my whole team. So yeah, we may use it, we may not, but wasn't a massive fan. But to remove this class, I have to remove all of these classes. Don't really want to do that. We've then got the Ripper, which is something like from a skirmisher. The Myrmidon and Storm Charger. Storm Charger, pretty good. Again, goes under the sword. The Scion, the Valkyrie. The Architect, which you go around building structures, seems really good. Haven't really used it too much more than unlocking it. Akimbo, so dual wield pistols. The Storm Rider, again, another primary weapon with swords. What else we got? We got the Water Vein, seems very good. We've got the Witch from the Requiem class, the Psi and Tech Pack, Spec Pack, the Techno Magician, really, really good. Hobbyist, Magic Engineer, Loki, some really, really good stuff in there. We've got Richard's classes, so I'm sure it tells you in here what they are. Yeah, the Assassin, Demolitions, and Gunner. There's also Mage, Marksman, Medic, Raider, Rifleman, Scout, Survivalist, SWAT, Technician. Really, really good. Can disable him, not going to. Frostmaster, haven't seen that at all in my testing. The Saviour, the Liquidator, the Adversary, the Burner. I had these before. Salamander, Desolator, Phoenix, Maverick, Rocketeer, and Manster. Survivors 2.0, the Rogue, the Butterfly, the Dragoon, like the Dragoon. Recon Officer, Biotic. So yeah, we can actually become Mass Effect through and just be a Biotic. Really, really good. The Brigand, the Nightblade, the Pharmacist is really, really good. There is a text string issue with their gun on the loadout when you pick it, but I'll show you that when we get there. But it seems really, really neat. Blood Mage, again, there's more Richard classes, but again, we've got the one up here as well. Dreadnought, Harbinger, the Rune Lord, so you go around becoming a mage, absolutely brilliant. The Agent, the Firebug, which is like a pyro dude, really good. Undead Lord, spawn zombies, why not? There's the Architect, the Chaplain. There's some proficiency class packs, so there's just a few extra classes in there. Probably could have put into the gameplay one, but kept it in the classes. The Electro Wizard, the Pirate, again, more sort of short gun and sword ones. The Farseer, using psionics to see further, seems really good. Again, not much testing done with them. The Drone Protocol, the CPU Expert, Sentry, Toxicologist, Observer, Ghost Recon Vigilant, Gunfighter, we've seen that before, Impaler, Kenshi, another dual wield sword, Vengeance, Aegis Defender, hero classes from Dromix, and I can't remember what they are. Yeah, so you get the Bowcaster with that, which is really, really good. The Bounty Hunter, some more Electric Boogaloo, as it says over there. The Trick Shot, the Incidental, the Technomancer, the Psychomancer, the Akimbo. So again, dual wield classes. Huntsman, more spec packs, the Arcane Archer specialization, the Sniper class, the Viper's Proficiency Geomancer class, which seems to be really, really good on paper. Haven't again tested it. The Hacker, the Frost Tempest as well from Viper Proficiencies. The Rook, which I quite enjoyed. There's the Perella Magi. You have to use that as a base for some of the other things that we had. The Enchanter, Saboteur. One thing with the Enchanter is it shouldn't go with the Biotic, and I'm seeing in my testing that it is, so I'm going to do some investigation for that. But if we see the Enchanter and Biotic, they're not supposed to go together. Saboteur, Corsair, Ninja Warrior, Veil Walker, the Grim Artist, and we're still going. Smoker and Grenade Connoisseur, Savage and Maniac, Marathonist, Knight. Just the amalgamation classes pack that makes it all work together. Some more mocks, and here comes an advert. And we're on mocks. Wow, that's really loud. Let me just turn that down a little bit. Turn it down over here as well. A bit loud. Where were we? We're on Mox. Mox. A compliant at Mox. Yeah, faction heroes, so you can get more Reapers, Templars, and Scavengers. Skirmishers, sorry. They count also against the Chosen. Really, really good. There's the Pharmacist class, which is used for some of the other stuff. Extended perk pack, Shadow Ops perk pack, Long War 2 classes and perks, Warrior of Light as a class, really good. Tech Medic, the Necromancer, again, more spawning of the dead. Then the Rifleman, Valkyrie, Battle Angel, Xeno, Zoologist. Again, some of these things using some of the perks above. Blood Monster, Holy Paladin, seems really, really good. The Defender, Cyblade Specialization, so you can literally get some more Templars in your life. Bombardier, Shootist, Desperado, Field Surgeon, Saw Gunner, Juggernaut, Blaster, and Dava, which is yeah, really, really good. Lots and lots of classes. Will we see every single one of them in the campaign? Not 100% sure. We've done bug fixes, classes, cosmetics. We're gonna look at the maps because we can just move that one next. We've just got a list of some extra maps. So obviously, if you're playing a long campaign, the maps can become a little bit similar. So we have got the shells. The shells actually what you see at the start, but the sort of the overlays when you log into the game. But that's what it is. We've got tunnel and banding lighting maps, so it's just better lighting in the tunnels. And DLC lighting maps, so yeah, better lighting in there. And the weather pack. Then we've got 5 maps as part of that map. Black Dog has done for the Dr. Mandarb's map pack. Mod assets for map packs from Eclipser. Then we've got the Forest, Lost Neighborhood, Dam. There's some more parcels just to help that all work together. Subsewer at the Cave, Overgrown City. Some more biomes. So the city centre and slums have weather, so it just makes it a little bit better. The Splight Extract map pack and the Waterfowls maps. And there are a few maps in there. So yeah, you'll see a few extra maps as we go through the game. Going to keep gameplay and enemies last. Going to go into the UI. So this is the stuff that either impacts how things look and feel in the game. So we've got coloured ammo bars, pretty useful. Holographic scanning, yeah, it just helps you see them better, I guess. Passive icons, core collection edition, just more icons. The loot post mover, so normally they overlap. Let's move the loot and the focus away from one another. Improve the weapon upgrade UI, so just how that all works. Improve feedback, so just how it's what it is. No drop down list, so it makes it a little bit cleaner. Removes traits, and the shell charges, again, it's just the look and feel of how these things do. Squad select arrow reminders, so you can move from one side to another. Really, really useful. Full shadow report, so you get when you get the shadow train chamber. Haven't obviously got that far in even my testing or in the last playthrough. You get the full report. Shows the current PCSs that you have. The shell map swapper, so little link at the top. You can swap the backs. Shot type ability position exchanger, so you can just move some things around. Extended personal info redo, so yeah, just more information on the people. Select soldier icons redo, so yeah, your icons are a lot better. If you play the game with all of these mods off, it is just such a different experience. Disable any class in a GTS redo, so in the Guerrilla Tactics School, you can turn off the classes that you don't want. Stats and soldier conditioning, so as you're conditioning the soldiers, you get to see the stats that they've got, helps for comparison. Compact perks for armory, again, just a nice, easy change for you to go through. More information on the after action report, again, really, really useful, just more information, make better decisions. Standardization for resource bar, unit flag extended, so it just means you've got more information on there so it doesn't overlap. The Cyanix X Show Me, put this one in UI, yeah, it's just rearranges a few bits and bobs, and yeah, yet another F1 extension. F1 in this game is massive with the F1, or the yet another F1, so really good. Remove scatter, so instead of it just having a cone or a dome over something, you actually see the tiles that it's going to be on, so you know if you're going to hit or not. Black market usage, it shows if you're going to need or if you've used or have need of the stuff in the black market before you sell it. Again, it's quality of life difference. The community promotion screen, it's yeah, that's what it says on the tin. Situation report shows accurately, really good. Some stuff for console commands. I might need console commands if I'm having issues in the game, and I just need to move some stuff on. And so with the amalgamation one in there as well. We've also got the abilities and assets. They're just a bit of localization. Fixed sniper hotkeys, they were a mess, puts them a bit more of an order, and you get better visual attachments for pistols, lasers, and all that stuff. So you actually get visible attachments you didn't get them before. Sort options plugin. Yep, that's what it says on the tin. You can flip between promotion, bond, or all. Yeah. More information on the black market. Again, very similar to the last one, but yeah, if it's got nice upgrades on a weapon, you know not to sell it. The class icons. Yeah, there's 90 class icons. It helps you determine which class is you are using, I guess. Enemy preview, so you can see the target preview at the bottom is longer, so you can see what that means that you're going to get access to. Highly useful. Cost-based ability colors, so the ability shows different colors. Green is free, blue is 1 move worth, 2 ends your turn, or 2 is 2 moves, and then the orange, it just ends your turn. So if you've got 3, just ends your turn. Extended information, again, ties with the other one, but it works fine. The bridge overhaul mod, yeah, just gives you a lot more information that's on there. You get the barrack status display in the corner, really good. PCSs get coloured. Better soldier information. You get a tactical kill counter, which is pretty nice. The tech rewards, so when you unlock some research, it tells you what you're gonna get. I think is pretty good. Tile snapping, very similar to what we've spoken about before. Lifetime stats underneath the character on the left-hand side. You get a UFOpedia and a bestiary, the Mox plugin. Yeah, just have a Mox version of that. Automated loadout manager, so you can choose which loadouts you want to keep, and then just boom, there they are. Saves having to redo it all the time. Excuse me. Expanded mission names, because who wants boring names when you can expand it? Of the chosen enhanced AoE preview, so it shows actual damage on targets as you're using a single target ability. Sacrificing targeting fixed, improved camera, updated War of the Chosen mod config menu. Literally a menu to go and configure your mods while you're in game, and the promotion assist while you're in amalgamation, so you get to see all of the different classes that you've currently got, so you don't pick like multiple of the same one. Really good. The lost lure status icon, so you can actually see who is going to be lured. Really useful. Spectral zombie warning sign, so it's going to explode. It actually says it's going to explode, which is nice, so you have a bit more information to take that on. More shells, so again, just as a start, you get more shells. There's the dejunker, so it stops things moving around and just being out the back. Amalgamation classes, so the color, so it just shows you different colors, really useful. And again, similarly with the color classes icon. New target icons, so for War of the Chosen, as you can see in the bottom left there is a lot of the different symbols for the enemies. Okay, apologies about that. We've also got the line of sight preview ability, so we can see if we're going to move somewhere, we can actually see something without, or they can see us without moving, which is always quite nice. Got the nice mission debriefing, so again, more information on the mission debrief, always really good. We've got the force level display, that'd be in the bar on the geoscape, really good. Yeah, a lot of stuff spawns off different force levels. The stats on new promotion screen, again, this is really good. You understand how they've been improving. Open squad select at any time. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Item stats in engineering, again, very similar to just more information. It's really good. No drop down lists with controller support. Something I don't really need, but it's there. More 2D images. Kataros likes doing that sort of stuff, so it's really good. More names, so we can change the nicknames for longer names. Hopefully you'll do some long names in the character creation. There's the got a link to the UFOpedia and Stellary. Move the scrolling, so yeah, instead of it just clicking, it actually scrolls. Yet another F1, probably one of the best mods in XCOM, I personally believe. We've got the post-process status effects. So if you inflict with fire around the side of the screen, you'll actually get an indication that you are firing, or you've got acid, or you've got poison, or you're disorientated, which is good. It shows us the wheel loss that we're going to get, so as things happen, you see the wheel loss. Again, just a bit more information. I think that's just really, really good. Color-coded bonds, so depending on the bond, you get more better color codes. You get a better squad select, so you can start to see all the interfaces on that. Upcoming events, really, really useful, especially because we are going to be running covert infiltration. You get to open and close all the events that are coming. Again, just keeps track of things that are coming and makes your decision making a little bit more fine-tuned when it comes to selecting some of the missions. More cities, so we're not always in the same place. But the detailed soldier list redo, again, there's just more information on the soldier list. The domination icon, so yeah, is what it says in the tin, to be honest. You can filter menus. There's an enhanced action cam. I actually quite like the action cams. It helps me actually pull together my screenshots for the Let's Play, so more of them the better for me. Improved Wraith targeting. You can actually choose the destination tile that you're going to do instead of just picking one. We've got better animations for the cannon. Ability to slot reassignment. It's really, really good. Mocks to Exalt in the UFOpedia. Better army item stats. Again, just more information, better clean. We have evac now. So it goes green, red, yellow, depending on how many enemy your allies can evac. That's the one. The grenade launcher fix, again, it's just a UI cleanup. UI mod for defense and mobility and psi, again, just cleanup. And the better tactical zoom out. As you zoom out, you get better tactical views. That's all the UI stuff. So we've got gameplay and enemies. I'm going to say the enemies till last. We've got 56 new types of enemies coming. Gameplay. So I've got primary secondaries currently in the list, but I'm not actually activating it. That's why there's a one here. You do not need this. So if there's a lot of mods that say that this is needed, but it's superseded by another mod, which is why I want to keep it in this video. Because yeah, if you were to install this list, there's some, if you click on like dependencies over here, you can see the dependent mods over the back. You can just ignore it and it stops showing. But let's go. So yeah, not use primary secondaries. There is a new one there. So for gameplay wise, we are now using gene mods. The PCS is a little bit lame, so we're going to use gene mods that allow the soldiers to undergo genetic modifications so that they can make their own gene mods. So yeah, there's that. And this is a little bit of a weird interaction with the enchanter, as I was talking about a bit earlier. You will need to, I think, to gene mod them to be able to use the Psyamp. A bit of a weird one. We have got a raider faction. So raid is the sit reps is on the side, and we've got an advert. And we are back. So wow, it's right at the top. Yeah, so we're going to have the Cerberus faction, hashtag spoiler for some of the other stuff coming. Got World War Lost, had that in the last one. And Psi armor. It's a new armor type. It's not a cosmetic, it's actually a new armor type in game. And you see a lot of these things that are coming. There's a new armor type that I can equip on my characters. Hence why it's gameplay, not cosmetic. Got heavy weapon tweaks, changes to heavy weapons. Zombies don't count. Zombies don't count against you when counting up dead or wounded soldiers. If I'm playing a lot of like necromancer, I don't want them to count, basically. Hence why zombies don't count. Multiple faction soldier classes, so I can keep them going. Again, helps for when we're coming into the chosen, because they're going to come up more and more. More traits, so yeah, more positive, negative traits. We'll see how that goes. Improve rocket targeting. Put this in gameplay because it is improving the targeting, so it's a gameplay tweak, so that's good. Phantom evac lets you evacuate unconscious soldiers without needing to carry them, as long as you can get to the evac zone first. So yep, so it's assisted evac. We've got the heretic Geth, and we've got the terminus mercenaries. So as you can see here, we've got quite a Mass Effect run here. Sabotage covert action rebalance. It rebalances that again. Gameplay led. More mission sit reps. Again, just more and more of them coming, which should be good. Make it a little bit more varied. We've got Mark Zero arguments. So that's about the augmentations. Or augments, I should say. So yeah, all about augmentations. So yeah, if you've got legs, more mobility. And there's going to be some mechanics, especially when we come to the second wave options, where I'm going to need to augment to get people out of the infirmary. So yeah, blockgated chosen missions. Revealing stronghold missions require you either kill the codex or complete a black site, or you can just don't want to beeline and burn down the chosen, make them a little bit more dangerous. We've got DLC breakthrough supports, so the spark rifles have upgrades and cannon based ones. Alien room armors are affected by the relevant light heavy armor breakthroughs. Yep, just a bit more on the breakthroughs. The Mox initiative shows the period mission good buck up your battles wasn't enough. Introduces if you manage to use worst enemy to the game itself, stunned by default in May, you run the risk of enemies effectively resembling XCOM in the battlefield and have their own classes, their game ranks, and PCS. So yeah, it's going to be more enemies to come on. You've got a biotic class redo. Now I've put this in gameplay instead of a class because we've already spoken about with bringing in the biotic class, but this is just a redo of it, a bit of a tweak. More sit reps. That's that. We can staff scientists instead of engineers in the resistance wing, Scilab, and infirmary. Makes a bit more sense. Revival protocol has been fixed. That brings you out of dazes, but not to allow soldiers being carried. So just changes revival protocol. Dynamic encounter zones. Yeah, so it just changes around the place where enemies can spawn. Radius and resistance strategic spawning. So yeah, that just changes the spawning of like on the retaliation site where they spawn in. So there's the default is 20% chance to spawn with a negative or positive trait. So we're going to get a lot of traits for new soldiers coming in, which should be good. We get Reapers and Collectors as a raider faction. Again, more Mass Effect. And there's the sit rep for Terminus Forces, which brings in the Mass Effect stuff, as well as Advent Forces. We've got expanded continent bonuses, so just get better continent bonuses or more continent bonuses. We've got variable force level increase, so yeah, that force level is going to potentially skyrocket, and it keeps it a bit fresh if you do want to use the same mods for the next time. But my playthrough will be different to your playthrough in terms of how quickly that force level increases. But variety is the spice of life after all. The Mox as Exalt, we've spoken about that a bit before. So yeah, that's going to make the Exalt a bit more problematic, let's say. We've got gem implanted gauntlets, so the Templar can have slots in there and can do some good stuff. Maximum Security 2.3. So yeah, this mod interrogates the removed compound mission type into covert infiltration's activity chain. So it comes in with covert infiltration. Hashtag we are going to have covert infiltration. Not so miniguns, just changes how miniguns work. All arm Avenger. So yeah, just what it says. Even more robots. So one of the things is there's not a lot of robots often in the game. We're going to bring more in. But yeah, even more robots. Civilians are revamped. Civilians friendly, hostile, hidden. Now react to fighting around them. So like in the retaliation, when a shot is fired at them and it misses, they will scamper away. So they don't just stand there and get shot. No, why is it not going down? Advent Purifier revamp makes the Advent Purifier. Gotta love adverts, right? Oh, it's gone down again. How terrible is that? We're on Advent Purifier though. Yeah, so Advent Purifier revamp as well as the Advent General just makes them a little bit more deadly. We've got more ammo choices coming in. So things like Falcon rounds, Needle rounds, Flesh rounds, and all of this good stuff. The Katana pack reloaded, mod everything, so you can put mods on everything. Complete overhaul on stealth. So yeah, again, tends to be a basis around some classes. Again, combat knives, all tiers of the game. We can put vests in slots. There's a dedicated vest slot, sorry. We can do augments. Yeah. Cybernetics will be unlocked, so you can put them into the proving grounds, and it high tier parts require high tier armor. Yeah, just a different way of customizing our characters, giving them different armor sets. We've got ballistic shields, helps with a lot of the classes that we've got. Dual wield melees, again, need a lot of this stuff. True primaries, secondaries, which is why we don't need the one at the top. Collect and Reaper forces, sit rep, Cerberus forces as a sit rep. Again, it could put these as an enemy type, but it's more putting it into the game. It's not an actual enemy. You can tell what's coming. Chosen defense, Avenger, defense revamped, so makes that harder. We've got the Rescue Stronghold buff for the Requiem. We've got the Stainless Dreams, additional vest option for experimental armors. We've got the Requiem for Man, the Requiem Army. We are playing Requiem. It's just a map of that. We've got amalgamation exclusions. So what this does is it stops some of the classes working together. And I talked about the Enchanter Biotic earlier. It's very, very similar to that one, where you just don't want two classes to go together because it either break the game, in terms of the gameplay balance, or just not be compatible. So really, really good. Got better aiming, it's truer aiming. Configurable objective health. Got this in there if I do want to tweak the health. I haven't at the moment, but it means we're not, things like when you're defending the tower, it's not getting obliterated. There's one in here as well that stops it being poisoned. That's always good. Strategic bridge overall, the Spark Arsenal adds infiltration and deterrent stats. The Spark Arsenal, it makes them individually buildable. So again, gameplay. We can soldier condition. So in the training center, we can recover fallen heroes. So what we will get is a covert infiltration to go and collect the body of one of our dead comrades, because we are going to die. Turrets become cover. Yep, because you just need it. Anti-relay cheese, so you can't now just dump a person next to it and hit it. Like if I've got a Reaper stood next to a target and I've just got a sniper hitting it, enemies around it will react. Evac all, amazing. Just always have evac all, save doing it individually. Electrical damage consistency keeps that very consistent. It was quite skewed. Skillful skirmishing, they just have tweaks to their skills. The Chosen Entourage. Chosen will come with people or enemies. We've got dedicated pistol slot 2.0. This is going to be noticeable on the first mission, Gatecrasher. All of my rookies will have pistols. So it's an enabler for a lot of the other classes. So yeah, you have a dedicated pistol slot. You can do some stuff, but again, a couple of tweaks at the start. Advent suppression. So they can now suppress and suppress more. There's ballistic shields and rocket launchers for the infiltration, so they take longer or not. Got prototype armory. So changes weapons and armors to be individually built rather than granted as an infinite supply. So if I want a mag rifle, I have to go and keep buying mag rifles individually. There's covert infiltration. I think it's just a really good way of playing XCOM 2. And I hope they bring something into that with XCOM 3 if they ever decide to build it. Universal threat assessment. Did you know that specialist threat assessment aid protocol perk didn't actually work on Templars? Because the effect only took sharpshooters into account. Well, there you go. Who knew? Stay concealed using items. So you can use an item which stay concealed. A lot of the classes I've got can be concealed and need items usage. So yeah, pretty good. Configure panic reaction fire. Probably won't configure it, but it's there if I need it. Build item class requirements be gone. So yeah, we can build stuff. Unstuck suppression. So it could have gone into bug fix. We should have gone into bug fix really. Stop suppression causing issues. Extra damage patcher. So this is it's used for classes. There we go. Allows for larger squads. Yeah. So the X1 spawn point to be larger than 3x3. This means yeah, we can have more than 8. Mod Apocalypse perk pack. There's just loads and loads of perks that you might see that we go through, like chamber round and stuff. Yeah, brilliant. Enhanced enemies, the lost. So the lost are again stronger. Accurate covering fire. So if you're going to do covering fire, here it comes. We've got the stronghold standalone for Requiem for Man. The harder war, so the harder ethereals, and then tweaked even more. So ethereal restoration. The Praetorian standalone for Requiem for Man. Yeah, we just got more Requiem stuff. Increased combat intelligence for everybody. So we can have a covert infiltration for it. Then we got TLP. Yeah, so the game will gate some stuff behind completing story missions. This does it, so especially if you're going in right at the beginning, just have it. Mods for chem throwers. We can fail-safe hacking PCS, so new PCS. The resin dev, so workshop and laboratory, into one. So hopefully that makes them a little bit better. We've got beam grenade launchers as something that can be made. We've got choose my class. So when we come into amalgamation, there's a list of amount of classes that we can get. I've got this set as 10, so I'm going to get one of. It says from a selection of 3. I configure that to 10, so I get 10 classes to choose from. And because I've got so many classes, I just think it'd be better for me to have more to choose from to try and get a more varied gameplay. Gotcha again, redo. It's used.
With Adobe Express.
Okay, and then we got the ruler's pause timer. So whenever a ruler comes in, our timers are paused. Just helps with timer specific missions when a ruler comes in. Got Science Ex Machina 3.4, so it's just an upgrade to the Science Ex Machina. Got heavy elemental alchemic throwers. So yeah, just how they work. Some stuff around rusty recruits, which I can't quite remember what it does, but there it is. Psionics are updated. Leviathan extended squad size, so we can have more people for Leviathan. It's going to be a harder mission, need them people. The living space redo, so it brings in that mechanic around living space and having crew limits. You have to upgrade it. There is some stuff around the chem thrower to put mods in, I believe. Secondary weapons for Long War 2, point-based, not crate equal. So we can, and I will have it on as part of the second wave initiative, we can have random people. Some people can have 8 health, some people can have 3 health, all of that good stuff in between. Additional soldier console commands, yeah, just because we need it. Ex Machina uses meld as a standalone thing. The purifiers get updated. Build random upgrade. So it's for the Tesla's Rage Loot mod. So again, a lot of these stuff hinder or impact other mods. Give soldier command, again, I think it's for the same. It's dependent on, there's a pack perk, there's more perks. So there's enhances the GTS. This one, device dot fix, again, stops the dots impacting devices. Talked about that earlier. So we get the hunter rifle, new type of rifle. We get the hacker fudge rolls. Note that does not affect the outcome of the hack at all. It's only used for a more exciting display. Yeah, so if you hack a roll, the game rolls another guaranteed failure and displays the UI for better results for the 2. Old World Hero is disabled. There's better hair triggers, so they're a little bit more useful later on. Some more perks. Advent Hunter has been revamped. We've got the Viper's weapon cache used for some of the other mods that we've got. Better AI, better chosen, makes them all more difficult, I should say. We can stabilize a soldier that's bleeding out by another soldier, provided the soldier that is bleeding has a med kit. So what we've had before is the person who's holding my med kit has a med kit and they get put down to bleeding out, and then they're dead. This allows you to use the med kit that was on them to heal them. No more tech-gated helmets. We've got a heal bomb that's coming in. We've got the Premex Psionic Ex Machina bridge. Lethal ruler rework. So yeah, we've got some. The rulers are going to be even worse. We've got the mech trooper coming in for. Oh, that's could have gone into classes. But yeah, we've got Juggernaut, Behemoth, and Titan as primaries and stuff for mechs, and the redo for that. This mod disables the Lost Towers DLC mission. So again, it's not a fix, it's just gameplay changes. Custom hero adversaries. Yeah. This means we can use other Reapers for Reapers. Talked about it before. Don't make sound is the Warlock enhancement, so he's going to be harder. We've got Advent Isolation Protocol. So you need towers to be able to do contacts. Makes it, again, harder. More dark events for enemy abilities and stat boosts. Ooh, we have infiltration timers. Do not begin until the squad has lost concealment. Again, just helps with the flow, less panic, less rushing into the middle of somewhere, which is good. We can edit some items if we need to. Probably won't, but it's there if I need it. Swap, stun, and burn on melee. So yep, this swaps into around the tier 2, tier 3 weapons around. Pull all faction soldiers from my pool. So in the character pool, makes them sort of come through first. And there's no missable characters in the pool. So if it refreshes, they're not lost forever. They'll just go back into the pool and we'll keep going. Got the Advent Purge unit. So this is actually an enemy, not gameplay. So we've got Purge units. Don't know why I've missed that one. But going through 709 is pretty tough. Got the covert experience. So if they go out on covert mission, you get experience needed because of the amount of people that we're probably going to have. We have got the bowcaster for the Templar. Allows them to use extra abilities. Frag cannon, primary grenade launcher. Yes, you can have a grenade launcher as your primary weapon used for some classes. Crossbow, none. So again, crossbow is used for some of the classes with some funky stuff. We've got, has the music fully stopped? Let me just double check. No, I've got 18 minutes. Well, we're not too far done. Primary, secondaries, again, used for a lot of other stuff. Free reload anytime, so it splits reload and free reloads out, so you don't always have to use your free reload if you don't want to. Cover action that allows you to add a third chosen weakness. I think that's going to be good. We can mod for disabling dark events via config. Again, not going to use that for now. Better second wave mod support used for a lot of other stuff to do better second wave stuff. We get Dex refresher. So again, it just helps with some of the playing. Rainmakers to affect other heavy weapons. Yep. We can start with Sciamps. Apologies, again, advert came. So we've got a starting Sciamp, so we can have Sciamps off the start. Sensible wound times for XCOM 2 makes wound times a little bit better. Stop wasting my time, speeds up gameplay and all of that stuff and all the jank that comes with. Populated chosen chambers. Yeah, so the chambers will have people in them. Repurpose abilities is just if we want to, well, it's used by a lot of other classes, mods. Again, same as ability editor and some stats and immunities as all enabled for other abilities. You can redefine units, again, very much used for other mods. Stronger temper parry, so sometimes if it missed, it would use up that parry, not this time. Talked about gene mods before, again, some more stuff around gene mods. War perks, so again, more perks. Points of interest will keep going round, again, because it's a long campaign, they could run out. But yeah, just keep them going. And similarly with the perk packs, so better barracks, just more perks. Got the warfare perk pack, again, just more perks. Mimic beacon has been overhauled. Not 100% sure what that does. So it's into decoy beacon. Okay, so yeah, instead of a beacon, it actually turns into a unit. The shield has been reworked for some of the stuff we need for others. When it chosen extracts information, that's been buffed. Don't move a muscle is a switch of the hunter. So normally when the hunter tracks you, you have to move. If not, you get shot. This one, you have to stay still. If not, you get shot. Mission beneath suspicion. So again, disables the presence of rulers and chosen on specific missions. Always useful. Scaling dark events, they get harder as the game goes on. There are some training restrictions in the GTS. That goes up as the game increases. More perks for per pack. There's different ammo types. We've talked about this before. The cut content ones, this enables that. Auto set second wave, you can go in there and change some of the second waves. This is where I've done a lot of my ones before. Bitter Frost Protocol, that's shield and frozen status to weapons if I wanted to. Breakthroughs don't need a class requirements. More perks. You've got the Chimera Squad ability icons. Again, just taking that away. Probably UI, but yeah. We've got AWC Expander. Okay, so again, just an enabler for some of the others. And hidden potential. Ultra stat growth for all soldiers classes to be more random. Again, similar to what we talked about, not created equal. Probably on that. Zombies have better, quicker animations. And yeah, we have force weapons because there'll be things like lightning, force lightning coming in. Animation and socket supplement. So yeah, this does nothing on its own. It's just needed for other things. You can get melee weapon breakthroughs because yeah, if I'm using melee, Kimbo melees, I don't need them to scale. We've got weapon fixes. Fix a few mod weapons grades, especially mods allowed to upgrade to auto pistols. Again, it's a enabler for some other mods. Oh, Black Site Forge Requiem plugin. Yeah, puts Requiem into them. Emulator and Chemflower abilities for the Chemflowers. Faction Hero VIPs allows for them to be in the pool. Better classes from Ceretos. We've got the Chosen Hunter Sniper is 2 AP. Using that costs 2 AP. It was only 1 before. Got Alien Hunters DLC as part of the normalize the cost as it says on the screen. Scanning Skulljet chance is what it says. Diverse aliens by force level, so they will change as part of the force level goes. Mission difficulty variety. There's even more variety in the mission difficulty. Some could be easy, some could be difficult. That should make it more challenging. And more variety for covert infiltration. No stat boost from covert actions. So, what I said was all stat boosts from covert actions. By stat boost, I mean individual booster soldiers stats like dodge, health, be able to gain rewards from covert actions. There's more consequences from being captured. They will come back with will, fear, traits, all that stuff. Full padding. So blast padding actually does blast padding. It does protect against all sources of explosive damage. Jesus. Some tweaks to how grenade launchers work. This mod makes damage from a skill ouch bypass armor and shield. Don't know what skull ouch is, but hey ho. There's a beam grenade launcher. We talked about that earlier. This is the mod that does it. The Templar Mage and revised caster gauntlets again allows for socketing in the gauntlets. Dual wheel pistols because we need that for some others. Rescue Den Mother, we've had that before. Spark Arsenal changes how that all works. More psi abilities, supercharge and singe abilities come in, so just more abilities. Rocket launchers 2.0 needed for other mods. Open class weapon restrictions needed for other mods. Auto pistol overhaul makes auto pistols a lot better. System infiltration makes that a lot better. Bomb mates with more benefits. As we bomb mate more, they will have better benefits. Hence the name of the mod. The Sectopod stance bonuses. So when it's standing, it has +10 at aim, and when crouching, it has more defense. So, yeah, it enhances Sectopods because why not? Enhance status penalties, so it makes them worse. Lovely. Some perks from Urudar and some wacky skills from Aranhoth. Gameplay done. Good God, I can't talk. Okay, and into the last category. Okay, this is weird. The music just changed when it shouldn't have done, but hey ho. Here we go. Here are the new enemies that we're going to fight. So we got the Warlock. So we have an Advent Warlock. It's going to be, yeah, interesting. A Reaper Banshee, Cerberus Dragoon, Sectopod. Yeah. Vulture Striker, Cerberus Guardian, Reaper Marauder, Helm Marauders, Cerberus Engineer, Cerberus Nemesis, a Cat 6 Specialist, Cat 6 Sniper, Reaper Cannibal, Collector Drone, Cerberus Centurion, Cerberus Phantom, Cat 6 Heavy, Vorcha Pyro, Solarian Engineers, all from Mass Effect. And the reason why I was really interested in those, barring obviously the Advent Warlock, which is not Mass Effect, is it's going to make the proving grounds harder. So with a more varied enemy amount, it's going to be harder for me to snowball with some of this stuff. So it makes it a bit harder for me, a bit more variety in the enemies that we're facing as well. Granted, they're probably, you know, a lot of them are just reskins and stuff on these places. It's just a tweak of abilities that we'll have. So it's all different stuff. We have the Hard War, the Fanatics. So the Fanatics will come in. These introduce 3 new late game variants of the Advent Priest. Again, and I believe that there is a sit rep for them as well. We've got the munitions. So again, is it an enemy? No, this is not an enemy. This should have been coming. Apologies. Okay. 709 mods to try and do without losing your head. You think how long it's taken me to talk about them? Imagine going through reading it and thinking, is it gameplay, enemy, and all that stuff. So give a man a break. We have got the Requiem for Man Advent Pack. So yeah, more Advent Troopers. The Requiem Legion. The Paladin, the Shield Bursters, the Drome Dome. More Andromedans, because why the hell not? Collector Vanguard, Collector Assassin, the Reaper Brute and Reaper Praetorian, again from Mass Effect. Why can't I not talk? Jesus. We've got the Flame Viper. That is a new ruler. The Black Ice Codec ruler. Muton Destroyer ruler. We've got the standalone Long War of the Chosen Alien Pack. Just more enemies from there. The Advent Military Assault Mech. We've got the Pathfinder Hunter coming in. Muton Harriers. Again, just more Mutons. We've got Mech Troopers for Mox, which go into Exalt. The Commando Captain. We've got Droid Troopers. So, yep, basically mechanical troopers that just drop turrets. Lovely. Dark Eldar Raiders faction. The Hutt Cartel, 3rd edition faction. So a little bit of Star Wars, but you know, who doesn't want to see a Jabba the Hutt coming through? We've got Bio Troopers. Yeah, that's gonna be pleasant. The Hive More. So I believe the Hive comes from Destiny. But again, similar to the Lost and stuff, so that's how it does. You've got the Berserker revamp, so that's ruler, why not? Got the Sectoid Adapter. Berserker Omega, another ruler. EU Berserker is a Berserker from XCOM Enemy Unknown. EU. We've got the Black Legion, and they spawn actually in North America. So if when we do the actual gameplay, if we spawn in North America, we could be getting Black Legion straight off the bat. Yep. Got the Celated Alien, so it's a little thing that floats around with us and is a basic turret that we can spawn. Bio Beasts, some more bio units. The Armored Viper. Yeah, so, you know, why not have Vipers that are armored? Got the Children of the King 2.0. That's 4 mini bosses. Can appear like any other ruler in the game. So lovely. Cerberus Trooper, Spark Ruler, and the Advent Mech. 58 minutes in. Apologies for that, but I just wanted to give you a lowdown of a quick run through of all of the mods that we have coming. 709. My issue that I had before was it was crashing constantly. I've made some tweaks when I've tried to redo Season 2, that is. Made some tweaks to the mod list. It's an update from Season 1. Probably going to be more and more brutal. But thank you to all of the people who have created this list of wonderful, wonderful mods. Your names have been on the screen this whole time. Too many to thank. If you do want a character to come along on the journey, then yeah, please leave that in the description down below. Name, nickname, bio, male, female, voice if you've got it, and then I think it's 0 to 12, if memory serves me right, on the randomization. And then at the start of the video, we'll go in, we will create the character as and when they're done, and they will be added to the pool, and hopefully we'll see your character in the game. Looking forward to this playthrough. Please give this one a like, share it around, showcase to everybody how stupid I'm going to be. Hit that subscribe button. Season 1 is there. It's about 20 episodes before that beat me. Plenty of other modded content on the channel as well. So my name's Paul. I play games. This has been the mod review, or preview, I should say, for XCOM 2 Mod Insanity Season 2. And I will see you all in the next one.